This is something that I personally know about. I have friends, actually two to be precise, that are currently going through this. I cannot put their business out there, but there's a growing trend of Nigerian marriages that are failing in the West. I knew of this in England, but now I'm seeing a lot of it here in the US as well. And the guys that I know that is happening to personally, and I may be a little bit biased because these are my personal friends. If I were to do an assessment of them, I think they're very good husbands. I think they're very good dads. And the common theme that both women have complained about is that they are not doing enough, even though they're doing enough. These guys are high income earners, so they're deep, deep, not six figures, right? High income earners, good jobs, are always doing activities with their children, so they're in their children's lives. And yet, these are marriages that are 10 years in, the other one is 16 years in, and these women, for some reason, are still not satisfied. They want these guys to, they want to feminize them. They want them to go see counselors, fix what they believe isn't there, right? And do get just draw them away from the tradition and what makes our marriages special and hold. And some of these guys are not signing up for it. So my one friend doesn't even want to negotiate. Like he has a chance to fix it and let this be resolved and stay married, but he believes he's seen enough bullshit that he wants out of it. And the common theme that I'm getting out of this too is that when they married their wives, the women were not accomplished, but they've helped these women also uh, gain good careers, like get through either med school, law school, like really. They, as a family, I mean, these guys are probably making, if I should just guess, north of $400,000 plus combined as a family, and that is good money. Have beautiful homes, 4,200 square foot plus, like in the very nice parts of North Dallas, which is very expensive. Very, like, you'd think this is the ideal blueprint for a marriage. And also on the East Coast, we've heard and seen multiple stories, especially in the Nigerian community, of marriages just falling off, even when the men are exceptional men in terms of income, and everything that you want in a man. They're not abusive, but it's not working out. It's not working out. So what seems to be the case? Is it because the women are starting to make money now and they're feeling more independent? Is feminism kicking in? So I came across this lady on TikTok. I didn't really react to the video. I mean, as you can tell, it looks like she was in Nigeria. She moved here with her husband. I don't know her story. I haven't really gone through a lot of her story, so I'm not gonna go back. But I know they have kids. But a couple of her videos are going around. This one here that has 15K, and this particular one has 451K. This is the one that really went viral. So let's go ahead and watch it. Okay. So let's pause. So she's mourning my 5 years of marriage. Here I am thinking of that one. Okay, it's a bit of mistype here. So let's slowly go through it. Here, mourning my 5 years of marriage. Here I am thinking of that one hardest decision of my life. I guess what she was trying to say. I relocated to another state of Indiana. So she relocated to Indiana. She has two kids to start life all over again with just $3,000. Separation, divorce is something I probably wish on nobody. So is she crying because she didn't get a bigger settlement? I know, like I said, when I use my friend as an example, they're battling it out in court. There's a lot of money involved for them, so it's like you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, plus retirement accounts that are going back and forth. But I don't know the situation where she's got the two kids, being able to go out of state, and she only has, uh, and obviously they do that's it's going somewhere else. But what is happening? Be careful of TikTok women. If your wife is all over TikTok That's usually not a great sign. There's a lot of indoctrination going on TikTok that is really affecting traditional women in staying married. And obviously, we'll take out the music, but let's see. She was really sobbing pretty bad. No, again, I don't know the circumstance to why this happened. Like nobody, you can't really tell. Um, we're not in their home, so we can't really tell what happened. But uh, women will still encourage you, regardless of whose fault this was, or whatever happened. Um, Obviously, it's a little bit painful. Let's see. Okay, so this is another Nigerian lady in Pigeon asking her to come and get some food. This person left, coach doctor. Okay, I left with 5 children in 2018. They are now 26, 19, 17, 15, and 10. Trust me, you're better off being divorced than staying in a loveless marriage. I mean, what is a loveless marriage? Your shine would be better. What about the kids? Right? If that, why did you get into stop encouraging people to divorce? Exactly. Like, why do you? What are you encouraging? What is the encouragement here? What about the children? Why would you live with 5 children? You had a lot of time to know if the marriage was not working. Why did you have to have 5 children with this person, right? Like, this is what I don't understand. Like, look at the age gaps: 26 years old, 19, 17. So she was married for many years, damn near 20 years. Why would you leave? Right? Like, you couldn't see any of those signs before you had that many children, before during while you dated the person. A lot of this is not true. A lot of the times it's just they've come up, they've made their money, they want that independence. And a lot of them, and I'll be honest, this is sad, but it's true. A lot of them want to go back out there. Right? They think it's really nice and juicy out there. They want a different uh, a different person to have sex with. They want to try something else. It's just maybe boredom out of just having sex with the same person over and over for all these years. Some of them are choosing to do this. Sometimes too, they are cheating and they figured, hey, let me just go to this person because I think it's much better with this person. I don't see why after these many years of marriage with kids, you just leave for really no reason. Like, it's one thing if the person is abusive, right? I understand that. But if it's not an abusive relationship, I think you should work through things. It's part of the growth, it's part of the process. And do it, stay in it for your children. Baby, it's okay. Things will get better. I don't think things will ever get better. I'm telling you from experience. Yep, there's a lot of them like that. I left with nothing, no car, no money, zero, no pot. I didn't have a diploma. My son was like 3 to 4 months. How do you leave when your son is 3 to 4 months? Uh, you only had 3 to 4 at the divorce and child custody. He said he wanted nothing to do with the baby. Now I have a car, a master's degree, I have a job, and I'm still alive. Thank God. Okay, well, I'm happy for you that you are happy now, man. Thank God well, I guess you found peace and fulfillment. The Lord will direct your path to greatness too. This is not a very easy task, and there's a lot of support that these women get on TikTok. Like, I don't know. Again, I don't know the circumstances to this person's marriage, so I can't really speak for it. It's okay, baby girl. I left my almost 8 year relationship, so that's not a marriage. With our 2 daughters, who are you having? And that's a Nigerian woman. They like to cohabit as well. So you had a relationship, no marriage. You had 2 daughters, relocated to Indiana as well. I'm currently planning my wedding that's happening this month. So that's with another man. Things will always work out in your favor towards the end. Don't cry. I don't know the men out there getting with single moms. I have no understanding of that. I think a lot of this doesn't work out too well for the men, right? I don't know. I really don't know any quality men that is out there trying to be with or marry a single mom. I have no idea, but obviously they're out there if she's not lying. Um, it's well, my dear, our family in Indiana, we can connect, sending hugs. Yeah, there you go. So they will get the support I feel for them. Okay, so at least somebody in the man support. I feel for the man. Now, as alone, no kids, maybe depressed, with no one to sit with him in the silence. Walking away seems easy, but living with what's left behind isn't. Because it's many men face this quietly without support, while others get help and shelter. You're so right, sir. Each of us are definitely hurt in one way or another. So what happened? It is well. Yeah. So if you both admit that you're both going through it, then why couldn't you resolve it? Like, what is the point? You couldn't do it for your two children. You couldn't do it for the reason that you got into this in the first place. These guys are all treating. When people move to the West, see, the West is a good place economically. The West is not a great place socially. It's not a great. It's not a great place for children. It's not a great place for culture, and it's not definitely not a great place for relationships and marriages. It really isn't. It's structured in a way that it doesn't support families. So and I speak from experience that every day is a battle. And it's not that, I don't have issues in my relationship. I'm just saying that keeping your relationship afloat, year in and year out, is a very difficult task. And um, and and I think these things would be a lot more better in developing countries than it is here. This is why sometimes when they bring up the argument of, oh, Africa is not developed, you got to develop Africa. I almost 100% guarantee that if these guys remained in Nigeria, their marriage would have still been intact. It's always economics. One of them is trying to outdo the other one economically. They become competitors instead of partners, and focusing on building something for their children. They don't think of their children. They start to just think of Western lifestyles, which is economics, and that really affects their marriages and their relationships. It's not always it's not even infidelity and all that stuff. I know it's not. I mean, like, especially in my friends' cases, that's not what the case is. It's just dissatisfied women. They think they have better options out there, and all these women are in their 40s. These women that are leaving those marriages that I know of, they are in their 40s. So I don't know what they think they can get out there, right? But hey, I could be proven wrong, right? But yeah, this is a lot of replies here. Um, yeah, so it's usually like for her bringing that 3K up, that means she's was expecting something bigger. Maybe when they come to Houston, she was probably in Texas because that's where a lot of the Nigerians are. Uh, uh, let's see what else is here. At least you're in the USA. My sister, I'm in Africa with two kids too. I want to leave him, but I don't have nothing in my account yet. That's it. See, still be grateful. Your life is better than many women lives. Wishing you all the best. That's the thing too. This is another reason why in Africa the marriages last, because most of the times the men make more money than the women, and the society is very patriarchal. So uh, there's a lot more pressure on the women to stay in their marriages. I'm not saying you're forcing them to stay in their marriages, but there are no courts there that is heavily favoring no fault divorces. You have to come with a fault. And these are all these no fault things. I think this woman was just too happy on TikTok. Let's see. I want to see what some of the things are. Like, this is the video she did. Uh, got me so emotional that led to my previous video was just try to make a normal video, then deeper emotions kicked in. Okay, so she struggles definitely with English, which is kind of common sometimes depending on what part of Nigeria you come from. Here she is really celebrating her American citizenship. So was this a citizenship play? She was obviously not a U.S. citizen. The husband brought her here. She got a citizenship. So yeah, that's the thing, So maybe she got what she wanted. She posted this video in May. She became a U.S. citizen in May, and then what happened here? Where and she did this one that went viral in November. So yeah, maybe she got a citizenship, didn't want the thing anymore. Um, didn't want to stay married anymore, wants to exercise her options. Let's see. Trying how to be a content creator, I guess. Let's see. I'm trying to understand the origins of this. But yeah. Yeah, I think somebody just brought her to the US and yep, Houston, which I think is where she was. That's where most Nigerians would settle. That's like their biggest areas. That's she and the children in an apartment in Houston. So yeah, I think this is it, man. It doesn't seem like they were like doing exceptionally well. They're just regular folks, right? Here in the video, if I look here, 2023, they were just living in a regular Houston apartment. I mean, I know Houston, these are not expensive at all. So maybe the dude just didn't meet her standards. She wants to go out there and conquer the world, make something for herself. Uh, but hey, I mean, that's one of those things, man. It's just, I think a lot of times they just want to go out there and see what options they have. But let me know what your thoughts are.